real valid reasons that I'm going to talk about, that it might happen after 2024. So just bear with me. I just want to ask one question. I'm not a teacher, but how many of you have taught in a live classroom ever in your lives? As expected. Great. So I'll just give you my brief background. Uh, I did my, I'm a BCom graduate. I started my career in Morocco as an accountant, and I saw these flashy MBAs working there, and I thought I should also do an MBA. So I got into NMIMS. I was there for 2 years, then I got into television and film media for about 5 years, and that is where I was introduced with what you call as the technology of the future, because we used to work on special effects, and I started realizing that this technology of the future is an area that I am interested in. I worked there for 5 years, and then I decided to join a company which was then called Schoolnet India. It was a company which was funded by Commonwealth of Learning, and our job was to train teachers in using technology in education. That company was as ILNFS Education. I worked there for 14 years. I worked on projects where we built projects which trained close to 2.5 million teachers every year. So I've seen the scale at which technology has permeated in the schools of India, not just in private schools but government schools as well. I've built products which have reached 4-5 million people, just one product. And I've built products right from a learning management system to a mobile learning platform to teach English. In 2004-05, I took a break. I went to Harvard Graduate School of Education. I did my master's in technology and education. I came back and I started building products for this country, where I realized that good quality teachers was a big challenge outside the cities. And I said that if I could build micro learning products, which could be used through mobile phones and tablets, we could do some good work in terms of training youngsters. So I built those products in 2015. I quit and I started a platform called Utter, which was a chat-based, a WhatsApp kind of a format for learning English with live tutors. And like you won't believe the demand and hunger for good quality education in this country. We launched in 2016. By 2019, we were 6 million users in this country. 6 million users, and we had no idea what was happening. Our servers used to crash. We had 650 tutors teaching every day with students, and students used to curse our tutors because tutors were not available to them to learn. And we saw that this country, if you offer them products at affordable pricing, they are willing to lap it up. So the reason why I'm giving this background to you about the English language learning app is I have run this business of 6 million users with 650 tutors training every day, and I sold that business to a leading university. We are now rebuilding the app with AI, and I've actually built an app which is doing live conversations, but I don't need a single tutor. Okay, everything is automated. I just show the picture of a tutor, and actually the ChatGPT is chatting with them. Okay, so we have built all these things, and this is the reason why I thought I should have a conversation with you. I could have given you a list of flashy, AI-based tools which would have, looked very impressive. But I want to actually use this presentation to tell you, as teachers, as people who are managing teachers, how AI is going to impact, the idea of inclusive education. So I started in, I'll quickly go through these slides because I want to talk more on the last 3-4 slides. So I started in 2000. That was a time when people used to talk about computers in classroom. Teachers were taught basic PowerPoint presentations, and teachers were told, and even teachers use technology as a supplement. So teachers used to probably use a PowerPoint lesson maybe 5 times in a month. Today it is probably every day. But there was a time when teacher used to, like, 5 times a month also was a big thing. Teacher used to win awards for making PowerPoint presentations then. But there was no access to good quality training. Some of the, and like it is the case, no, with every career. And I've seen this. I personally believe that you look at any country, the top 5 to 8% of the people run that country because they are the self-motivated people. If you look at education, it is basically run by, in every organization and every institution, the top 5 to 10% of the highly motivated teachers and principals and deans and whoever else. So I could see that even though there was limited professional development, teachers managed to somehow learn new techniques, new ideas of teaching. In 2006 to 2010 phase, we saw the rise of internet. Wikipedia was, like, I give money to Wikipedia because there's so much of knowledge that I have learned, from Wikipedia. So I give money to Wikipedia. I'm a paid user of YouTube because I personally believe that these are two transformational platforms who don't get enough credit in terms of how they have impacted especially the academic community. So Wikipedia, YouTube, learning management systems, we have heard all these things. And then there was a new term which was a blended learning model where you teach partly in the classroom, you teach partly using technology. So one of the very important ideas emerged in this phase, which was teachers were seen as facilitators of learning rather than just content providers. Okay, so there was a time when teachers' job was to come and teach in the classroom. Now the teacher assumed a slightly different role where she expected the students to talk, she gave them some content to read, and she became a facilitator in a classroom. This is the phase where, India started actually, you could say, tripping outside the classrooms. Mobile devices. I personally launched a program called English Sikho in 2010. And it was a IVR based English language learning tool available in 12 languages. It was launched on Tata Indicom. We charged 30 rupees per month, and we used to have about 8 to 10 million of the users, who were paying this kind of money every month, 30 rupees per month to learn. Flipped classrooms as an idea came, which I believe is a very powerful idea. And the role of teachers from facilitators became collaborators, which is the kind of extension that everyone was looking for. Teachers actually became collaborators, and teachers started working with students rather than just, what you can say is giving knowledge to them or instructing them. This is a phase which I personally feel has escaped most of the K-12 education, which is gamification. I feel there was too much of technology by 2016, 2018. Teachers were trying to actually catch up. Many teachers who I spoke to said that this technology is good enough for us to teach better in classrooms. So this is a phase where none of these technologies were actually adopted in schools. Personalized learning platforms came, not many people used them, they shut down. data-driven instructions. Very few schools and colleges were using actually the data-driven learning resources. And then COVID happened. And at Harvard, I had taken a course with a leading professor who had said that by 2020, the entire education will be online. Entire education. This was in 2005, and I actually half the class had laughed at him. And in 2020, I could see what he had said had come true. 100% of the education, for whatever reason, had gone online, and that I personally believe was the kind of change the entire world needed. They wanted all teachers to use the technology as if there is no other option. Teachers used that technology, and there were so many learnings which teachers could gain from what happened. They saw the power of online learning. They also saw the cons of what online learning cannot do in a very clear manner. And it was not just the top 15%, it was 100% of the teachers who now knew what are the pros and cons of tech. So one of the other very small change that which happened is teachers started, apart from being facilitators, they started mentoring students because students also started doing self-learning. So this was a small change which happened because parents were at home, students were sitting with their parents, they were learning together. This kind of self-learning, idea of self-learning actually started taking root in India. After 2020, students also realized that I can actually finish an online program with all recorded sessions. All these things were never tried in this country. It happened during COVID. And now we are faced with AI. I am a paid user of ChatGPT since September 2022. So I have used almost all they're all on my phone. All the things that I've mentioned here: ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google Gemini, Claude, Grox, ChatSutra. In video, I want to show you a video which I've created through InVideo. And I just want to show what AI is capable of doing and how it is no more a catch-up game. It is a fundamental change in thinking and behavior of teachers that has to happen if they have to work in the era of AI. So let me just show you something. So essentially, today, as somebody who has taught very less but has interacted a lot more with a lot of teachers, I don't think teaching models are clear. I don't think the role of teachers is clear. Right now, a lot of teachers might just be looking at this and saying that, this is some new thing which has come, it will just fade. But I can tell you this is not going to happen. So role of teachers are unclear, and most importantly, the role of students is unclear. The students actually today can play a huge part in self-education using AI, and I'll talk about that. But before that, let me just show you a 1-minute video. How can I access the video?
Hey everyone, I'm here to give you a quick rundown on one of nature's coolest processes, germination. So let's dive right in. Germination is the process by which a seed develops into a new plant. It's like magic, but with science. First off, every seed has 3 main parts: the embryo, the endosperm, and the seed coat. The embryo is the tiny baby plant just waiting to grow. The endosperm is its packed lunch full of nutrients. And the seed coat, that's the protective shield that keeps everything safe inside. Now, for germination to kick off, seeds need 3 key things: water, oxygen, and the right temperature. Water is crucial because it activates enzymes that start the growth process. Think of it like soaking a dry sponge. The seed absorbs water and begins to swell. Once the seed coat breaks open, the embryo can start to grow. Next, oxygen is essential for cellular respiration. This is the process that converts sugars into the energy the seed needs to grow. Without oxygen, the seed can't produce energy and growth halts. It's like trying to run a marathon without breathing. Not going to happen. The third factor is temperature. Different seeds have different temperature needs, but generally a warm environment speeds up germination. Too cold and the seed stays dormant.
So there's more of this video. This video has been created by writing a one-line text. Create a video on germination for class 6. That's it. That's all I have written. And this video was created probably in about 2.5 minutes. And then the video, the platform asked me, do you want to make any edits? Do you want to keep some images? Do you want to delete? I didn't do anything. The raw video is just, I've just shown this to you. This is a 2.5 minute work for AI today with a text instruction. I have not given them any references, nothing. They've just one text instruction and this is what they have created. If I can write a paragraph, the video would have been even more beautiful. Okay. So the only instruction I gave after the video was created was, can you add subtitles? That's it. And it rendered again for the next 2 minutes and it created this. The point that I want to make here is this no more needs a teacher to create. A student can also create this. Right? You don't need a teacher to create this video. A student can create a better video than a teacher if the student has understanding of the concept and can send it on WhatsApp to 50 other classmates and say, teacher se अच्छा पढ़ा है मैंने. Actually उसने कुछ पढ़ा नहीं है. He has just given the right prompt, which the teacher doesn't know how to create that prompt, right? And this is the biggest challenge today. The challenge is not that students are going to use ChatGPT to give answers. I don't think that is the challenge. The kind of things that students are learning faster than teachers. In the space of academics, earlier this was all related to entertainment and cricket and sports and music. Now AI has allowed them to do the same thing with academics. And we have to all think about the teacher's role in the context of how technology has been handed over in the hands of the students and it can allow them to do whatever they want, right? Can I go to my presentation? Sorry, I'm a Mac user, so. Yeah. So, no, it's done. Do it. So this is the reason why I showed this video is for the first time in the history of education. I have been in education and technology for 24 years. I can now believe that a student can become a teacher and a teacher has to become a student. Unless this spirit, this entire line that I'm saying is not understood in spirit, things are not going to change. A student can become a teacher, and which is why the teacher has to become a student today. So the teacher has to have the humility to understand, I don't understand what's happening in the world. Let me first learn all these things so that I can counter the student in the classroom. And it's not a race. It's obviously a collaboration. But if the teacher is unaware of how these technologies work, the students are not going to respect the teachers. The teachers are going to look ancient, okay, in the classroom. And it has already started happening, and which is the reason why it is very, very important that we all need to understand how serious this problem is, because Today, there are students who are creating short films by writing text. They are actually creating short films by writing text. So AI is able to do that. They don't have to have director, cinematographer, locations, nothing, no actors, nothing. They are just building it. So this is the generation, no, that you are going to face in the classroom today, because you have no idea what they are doing at home, right? And that, to counter that, no, you need to look at the classroom and the AI tools that are available completely differently. And this is the reason why I thought, I should come here and talk, that the biggest danger of AI in inclusive education is the exclusion of teacher. And I can tell you this, the teacher will be solely responsible for being excluded from this. The teacher has the same access that the student has. The teacher has the same access, because all these tools are free. All these tools are free. So if you are not thinking of countering this challenge seriously at a personal front, not at a professional front, at a personal front, you're all going to suffer. So I personally feel the first thing you have to do is you have to embrace the new tech as if, it is a part of your lives. It is not some external variant. You're already using mobile phones, you're reading about things. But one of the things I've seen with teachers is they read, they discuss, but nobody acts. Nobody downloads that software, learns, and says, here's something that I have learned, I'll show it to you how it works. So one is embrace technology. Second, no, is you have to focus on soft skills, because AI can't give soft skills. How to behave, how to come on time, how to do things on time. These are things, no, AI cannot do ever. It will never do it. It can probably get a robot coming to you on time, but it cannot make a human come on time, right? So there are soft skills, which will make the students value you. Okay, so uh, my daughter studied in Berlin. She's working there, and because me and my wife have been at senior level in organizations and all, she asks us for advice, and every advice that I've given her has come true, everything, because she's at the kind of age she's in. Those are the kind of hundreds of people who report to me. So I know exactly how she has to behave. So my only contribution to her as a father, is giving soft skills. There is no other contribution. She's not interested in asking me anything about, her life, except some professional advice, which is all related to soft skills. And lifelong learning, again, the lifelong learner is a spirit. It is not about, activities that you do and all that. It's a spirit that there's something new I would like to learn. The other point is, don't think, of the fact that AI is going to replace you. I'll come to that line which I've written at the end. But you leverage the AI, as a concierge. आपका नौकर है, your servant. So I can assure you, because I have written 20-page investment proposals in 2 hours. Something, that used to take me about 15 to 18 days to write. In 2 hours, I write a 20-page proposal, right? And that, the saving of time and leveraging AI as a concierge, is something that you all need to learn. Don't look at AI like a, आपका कोई दुश्मन नहीं है. They are not against you. They want you to use those services to save time, build knowledge, act fast. Okay. Another thing which AI cannot do is cultivate critical thinking. Critical thinking comes from experience. Critical thinking can't come from somebody just telling you on text how to behave. So you have to have personalized experiences, you have to talk, you have to discuss. So in the classroom now, what you want to do is, once the student believes that the teacher is at par with me as far as tech is concerned, only then is the student going to listen to you in terms of building their own critical thinking skills. I think most of the teachers, almost all the teachers have a personal connection, but that needs to be enhanced. And the most important part, because I've seen how a youngster, when given access to free technology, which is so powerful, that unethical uses of technology starts happening. Okay, the same technology which can be used to create germination can be used for something else as well, right? So this is one of the most important challenges for students, that teachers have to tell them the ethical use of AI. They can't be just using them, using AI as an academic tool. These kids are really young. They need to be told, they need to be taught. And the last line which I want to tell you is, AI will not replace teachers, but AI will identify and replace incompetent teachers. It will identify and replace incompetent teachers, and which is the reason why my presentation is not about tools and techniques and research papers and surveys. I think this is the reality I am facing as a CEO of an organization, and I thought I should impart this reality to you, and I want you to understand that you are into inclusive education. Please do not exclude yourself out of it. Great, thanks. We'll take questions later, or we have to take it now? You want to talk?
What a powerful presentation. I would like you to join me in applauding Mr. Nina. I've been always impressed with how so many Indians are very famous in the tech field. But a more successful story, really, and I mean it, is somebody who came back to his country and is successful. The CEO of Google is Indian, and there are so many others, like the gentleman who's gonna lead the Donald Trump new department is Indian. But a more successful story is people who return to their country and are successful. So again, applaud, please. I was supposed to introduce Ninad, but my colleague just gave him, and he did a better job than me. So that's good. I'll just go through some few takeaways from what Ninad mentioned. He showed us insight into how AI can be more than a tool. It's a transformative power, that force that can help us deal with issues that just a few days ago and a few years ago we thought were insurmountable. We couldn't do, yeah. And of course, with any new concept, any new technology, there come new challenges. And Ninad rightly mentioned that, like, for example, now the role of the teacher is not clear. The role of the students, the role of the teaching model, all of these are not clear, and even roles can be reversed. So the teacher can be a student, and student can be a teacher. But most importantly, he's warning that we are expendable as teachers. And just a few years ago, there was a proverb in English that says, publish or perish. And now we have to evolve. So either you have to advance yourself in terms of technology, or You perish, yeah, and rightly so, yeah. Um, you mentioned as well the importance of soft skills, and rightly so as well. And what we call, because of their importance, some call them not soft skills, power skills. They are power skills, and they are not soft. They are power skills, and they are very important indeed. Um, and with AI comes as well challenges. The challenges are especially the ethical challenges, how we are going to use the AI. And especially for us as educators and teachers. Just recently I read a paper, a lecturer in, I don't know, in the UK or the States, she resigned. She said she was fed up just reading assignments of GPT, not for of students. Really, that's a true story. So these are ethical. Should we, AI is there to stay. So what are we going to do about it? Should we allow our students to use AI? And just a few years ago, there was a keynote speaker, and she, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and she gave a reference for an article published, and it was published by an author, co-authored by GPT, and it was published, really. There was at the time two papers. One was declined by a journal, and one was accepted. Yeah. So AI is there to stay. So, and without further ado, I leave the floor for questions. If you have any questions, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was really a powerful session, like which actually shaked everybody. Yeah, and yes, it's very true that the accessibility to students and also teachers are, equal. But other side to look at students who have less privileged, who have not even have got mobile phones or to access. When they have that facility, I mean the mobile phone, to to have that internet facility, only they can access it. And so many people, so many students who cannot access it, and what is going to be their situation? Like somebody have mentioned, it's called kind of a digital divide, and the people who afford can use technology more and more. For example, in my case, I cannot pay for a subscription. I cannot afford for it. So though I want to do it, so I cannot do it. So what is that? What will be the future in from this perspective? Like who are not able to afford to access and get use of the AI power.
So, so two, three questions you asked. The first is about digital divide. The second is about, affordability in terms of the platforms. And third is about what could happen if this continues. Like the teacher can't afford, neither can the student access, this technology. And I'll tell you something, uh, this entire idea of digital divide has been there since early 2000. Okay, and I personally believe that every technology, has a phased way of reaching to people. Some people get it slightly delayed, and some people get it much earlier. AI is the same. The good thing about India is the market is so huge that every technology today is affordable. In fact, if you look at the mobile rates, we are the cheapest in the world. So I understand that some people are unable to even afford a mobile phone, and I personally have no answers to that. But I can tell you that I had once gone to during COVID, I had once gone to uh, a vegetable seller whose younger brother was also sitting there. And I asked him that, why are you not in school? So he said, the school is closed. So I said, yeah, but online lectures are happening. He said, yeah, but I don't have a mobile phone. So he just doesn't have a mobile phone. So he's just excluded. Then obviously, I felt bad. I spoke to some friends on WhatsApp and I got him an old phone. Okay. I don't know whether he has used that phone, because I feel that if he didn't have the phone, he had the choice to go and sit in a house and sit with a child who had a phone. Uh, but he didn't do that. So we really don't have any answers, to that. But I personally believe that uh, as far as AI platforms are concerned, all AI platforms are free, all of them. So they have a free version, they have a paid version. But I think for school academics, free version is more than enough. So you should use all the platforms. I think they'll stay free for another 2-3 years. So use them as much as you can.
Thank you very much. I know all of you have so many questions, but I'm so sorry we are so short of time, so we'll allow just one more question, please. Can you?
Hi.
First come, first served. I'm sorry.
You mentioned that there are some things that AI cannot do. So, for example, building empathy, building social relationships. And while we acknowledge that AI can do a lot of exciting things which children can get hooked on to, how do we make sure that certain simpler luxuries of life, for example, forming relationships, being able to go to a park, smell a flower, how can we make them equally exciting, having physical exercises, so that the child can spend time there as well?
No, so I'll tell you now, I'll give you my personal experience. I'm not a child, but I can tell you that, and I was just talking about this to my wife, because I've been in tech for so many years, and I have friends who've graduated from schools like MIT, and they're doing research, and I keep talking to them, and I've realized, no, that with all the progress that is happening using AI, I was telling my wife that I have to keep telling my daughter to do breathing exercises. Okay, because she's always stressed out at work. And she keeps calling me and she keeps telling me, she said this to me, I wanted to say this to her, but I couldn't say it. I always keep quiet. I don't know what to do. So this entire rage that is building inside her, AI cannot solve it, right? You have to, and I personally feel that uh, the soft skills, what you said, going to a park, okay, there is no parallel. And I personally feel that the more you do this, the more people or youngsters now will start appreciating the limitations of AI. Even if, AI can do whatever they think can be done by AI, they will also realize, that there is something more powerful than AI in the world around, and I have to move out of the house to see that world. And I think today it is like I see the kids in my society in Bandra. Uh, Two things I've seen, and I had a big argument with my society members. One was they started allowing car parking inside the playground. We have a 1 acre plot in Bandra and two buildings, and there was a huge playground, and they started allowing cars to park. And people started buying two cars, three cars, because now there's parking space. And kids had no place to play. So kids started playing on the cars. And eventually, they started sitting on the sides using mobile phones. Because there's no place to play. So, and as far as my daughter is concerned, I can't remember a single day when she was not hurt, she was not playing and all that. But today's kids, nobody is taking them out, the parents. In fact, I have seen some of my younger colleagues, when their kid is crying, they hand them a mobile phone. And even most amazing thing is the kid who is like 3 years old knows how to forward a YouTube video. Like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. The 3-year-old kids know how to forward a YouTube video. So they know how to see reels. So I just think that, all this knowledge is unnecessary at this age, right? And one of the senior members who quit Apple and started his own design firm had once said that the mobile content is so addictive, but you don't use anything, not even your brain's heart, nothing. All you're using now is a tip of a finger. That's all you use, right? So once this idea is taken seriously by teachers and teachers actually work on, like, I personally feel there should be a free period where kids have to be taken out. I don't think history is going to matter, or a civics or a chemistry. I don't even remember my marks in these subjects. And I think it's the only memories I have of school are the picnics, the time teacher gave me some knowledge which was beyond curriculum. These are the kind of memories I have of school, and I think those memories is what teachers have to create, because AI can't create that. AI is just a facilitator of imagination, not memories.
On this note, I would like, on your behalf, to thank Ninad and applaud him again. Thank you very much. Thank you.